Okay, I just saw on the news that they're about to edit a Tom Sawyer book. You know how they said the N-word a lot and things like that.
Like Finn.
Huckle Berry Fin, is that what it was?
Yeah.
By, what's his name? Who's it by?
Mark Twain.
By Mark Twain, and they're wanting to edit the N-word out, and they're getting ready to come out with a friendlier version of it, a more politically correct version of it, and put it that way. What I don't understand is, why don't they use the books the way they're supposed to be, and at the same time teach the kids or whatever, whoever's reading it, that it's not a nice word to say, instead of completely avoiding the subject. You should, I mean, that's what they do with anything anymore. They completely avoid the subject. Just like they try to avoid violence when it comes to video games or music. You know, you should let your kid listen to, watch, within reason, whatever they want. Except,
that's why Twain put it in there so much anyway.
yeah, that's why he put it in so much anyways. Because you have to have something to teach you that is not a good thing to do all the time. Because the kids are going to hear it somewhere anyways. Whoever's reading the book is going to hear it somewhere, one way or another. You should be teaching the kids that it's not a good thing to say, instead of avoiding the subject. You know, it's just... And they do the same thing when it comes to any other racist word, or violence on video games, or violence in music. Instead of just avoiding the subject and not letting your kid listen to it or watch it or read it, you should sit down with them and explain to them what this word was back then, or why it's not a good thing to say now, instead of completely avoiding the subject. It's ridiculous. They should not be avoiding a classic like that and changing it. And like on the news, somebody was saying it's on Twitter, I guess, somebody was saying that it's the same thing as taking the Holocaust out of Anne Rice, and it is, because what they're doing is they're avoiding the violence. You know, you can't avoid violence. Violence is always going to be there. I don't care who you are, where you live, it's always there. Racism is always going to be here. You know, it'd be nicer if it wasn't, but it's always going to be. There's always going to be somebody that's going to come up with a word for somebody they don't like because of who they are, you know. Freak, fag, you know, it's all racism. And if you avoid it, then kids are going to learn it somewhere else anyways, and then just say it, and then get in trouble for it later because nobody has took the time to teach them that that's not a good thing to say. I do not think that they should change the book that was written so many years ago just to take a few... They said, how many times did they say that word, the N-word, was used? Mom.
What?
Why did they say, how many times did they say that word was used? Like 200 and something?
Well, I think it was 180 something.
Well, it was used a lot. Like around the 200 mark anyways. So instead of leaving it in, they all of a sudden decided to change it so the word isn't in it anymore. They replaced it with, didn't they replace it with the word slave? Is that what they said, Mom?
What?
Did they say that they replaced it with the word slave?
Yeah, they're talking about replacing it with the word slave.
And they replaced it with the word slave instead of the N-word. You know, people didn't say slave back then. They did, but they said something else too. And the N-word is a part of history, and it should still be there. To teach kids and further generations that that's not a good thing to say. You know? So no, I don't think they should have changed the book. I think it's wrong for them to change the book. I really do.
It's been a classic for all the time.
Yeah, it's been a classic book for a long, long time. So, anyways, I don't like it. And I just wanted to express my feelings. Bye.